It's not as hot and sunny today as it was yesterday and the day before, but it's not stopping people from going punting. It's Saturday, so you get lots of tourists around. Most tourists don't cause me a problem. The ones that I don't like are the ones that try to wander into college and take photos of students as we're trying to live here. People sometimes forget that we are actual students trying to study and we have a lot of work to do, and these people think it's acceptable to come in and take photos of us or stick their cameras through the fence and try to take photos into our rooms as though this is some kind of zoo. That really gets on my nerves. But anyway, people going past in punts is really not bothering me now. Working on my dissertation as planned. I'm up to about 6,500 words. Gonna try to get a bit closer to 7,000, then have lunch, and then hopefully get closer to 8,000 by the end of the day. And tomorrow I'll hopefully be up to roughly around 10,000 and that'll be done. The sun has actually come out, the weather's just as nice as it was yesterday now. People are out again. I'm just about to have lunch. I get asked so many times about entry requirements to Cambridge. People will tell me their predicted grades or their actual A-level results and ask me if that's enough to get into Cambridge, or ask me if you need to get 3 stars to get into Cambridge, or you need this other qualification, or you need this. It's on the website. If it doesn't say that you need it on the website, then you don't need it. It's as simple as that. If the entry requirements are 1 A-star and 2 A's, and A-level, maybe including maths, they are the entry requirements. There's no hidden entry requirements that you don't know about. So please stop asking me, because if you're expecting me to be able to tell you some secrets, then I can't, because they don't exist. What you need is to meet the entry requirements, which are clearly posted on the website. And obviously if you do better, that helps. You want to do as well as possible, but you don't need to. There's not like an actual requirement. It's not written down anywhere. They won't reject anybody who gets less than some unknown amount that you think that I can tell you about. That's not how it works. You will get an offer from Cambridge based on your predicted grades, your results so far, your GCSEs, A-levels, your personal statement, your interviews if you have more than one, your reference, any other projects you've done, work experience, everything. Everything is looked at together. So if you ask me if you need a 95% average UMS score, no. If it doesn't say that on the website, then no. Similarly, if you tell me what your UMS score is, or if you show me your personal statement, I can't tell you if you're going to get in, because it's based on so many things. So don't stress too much about these little details. If you get told that you need to get a particular UMS score, or you need to do this particular combination of subjects, it's probably a myth. If it doesn't say it on the Cambridge website or in the Cambridge prospectus, then it is probably not true. Just do as well as you can and trust that the people who are going to make the decision are going to make the right decision. If you deserve to get in, you will get in. I think having to do laundry is the thing that I hate most about my weekly routine. The washing machines and dryers here only take £1 and 20 pence coins, so I have to collect 20 pences to be able to do this. Now I can get on with a bit of work, but I have to keep going back down to the laundrette to move clothes around. It's just such a time-consuming process. I'm currently on 7,499 words with my dissertation, so that's that 2,500 to go. The washing machines here cost £1.40 for one wash, and the dryers are 20 pence per 10 minutes. While I'm complaining about doing laundry, another thing that gets on my nerves is how loads of my clothes tell me I can't tumble dry them. I ignore the warning on most of my clothes because then I just have no way to dry them, but some of them they do actually shrink. So I end up bringing a lot of stuff back to my room with no way to dry it except just hanging it over random things in my room. Just come back down to get my washing out of the dryer and it's not dry yet, so I've had to put it in for another 10 minutes. Now I've got to wait. Could be writing my dissertation. I need somebody to do this for me. Emmanuel, the college, I think they're the only college where they do your laundry for you. Check before you apply in case I'm wrong about that, or they've changed the rules, but maybe that's a reason to apply to Emmanuel. There is an iron in here, and there's one on the other side of college as well. There are 2 laundrettes in Queens. The other one's a little bit bigger than this, not much bigger. I never bother ironing my clothes though, and I've never actually seen anybody else do it. They kind of come out okay from the dryer. Shirts tend to be a bit creased, but then once I've got a tie and a suit and a gown over the top, you can't really see it. And then after everybody's had a bottle of wine, nobody cares. Now my least favourite part is folding everything up again. 10 minutes later, everything's still damp. Even though some weeks, after that long, everything would be so hot it would be like shrunken half the size that it started. This is what I mean about the dryers being really inconsistent. It's impossible to tell. But this week, spent that extra 20 pence, still got wet clothes. Done. Now back to my dissertation. I can smell a barbecue out here, it's lovely. I'm going to Spoons with Roger for dinner now though, as usual on a Sunday. Alright. You know how I was just moaning about cyclists on the pavement? There's a tweet of somebody who got knocked over by a cyclist on a pavement. That's what happens. Don't do it. Get on the road. And if you feel too unsafe on a bike on the road, then don't cycle. And obviously it would be much better if it was safer to cycle. This is a goal that we should move towards, but the solution is not to endanger pedestrians.